Hey golf fans, this is early 1981 and welcome back to the Golf Club 2019. Today we have the pleasure of checking out GrouseMoor GC by MPAD. As you can see, fairways are soft, greens are soft, green speed is medium. We are going to be playing off the blue tees, which are playing 7,355 yards, and as always, pin set number 1. Everything else is left in the hands of the gods at default. MPAD goes on to say, pack your bags and your kilt and travel to the northeast coast of Scotland to play the GrouseMoor GC. Playing at par 73 and 7,355 yards off the longest tees, the course takes you from a barren GrouseMoor with its rocks, pools and falls, into Forestry Commission, tree plantations, and finally emerges onto the coastal strip where the holes run alongside the sand dunes before the 18th takes you across the Murray Sound and back onto the moor. A feature of the course are the windswept elevated greens with panoramic views of the course. This is my second fictional course, which I hope will provide a challenging round of golf and a difficult one if the wind is blowing in your face. So really looking forward to this one. I've got no idea what the Murray Sound is. I don't know if he means the Murray Firth, but it is a fictional course. So let's find out how good this course looks and plays. So hole number 1, par 4, playing 358 yards, and straight away you can see it's got the links golf feel. I must admit, I do love links golf. That's the main type of golf and type of courses up here in Scotland. But we've got 13 mile per hour winds, so we're going to have a real challenge here today with the winds. Really looking forward to that. Just applying a touch of fade here just to counteract this wind. A decent opening drive. I do apologise, my analog stick has become so sensitive that I know if I don't get the swing properly it's going to be a perfect slope. But look at that nice little waterfall there that we've landed our ball right at. A mini waterfall. So I reckon we can pitch this with the 9-iron. The greens are soft. The wind should move us to the left here as well. So let's see how soft these greens are. That's a beautiful execution. That should sit down fairly quickly, and it did. And that's going to leave us, what, about a 7-foot putt for an opening birdie.
Here we go for the birdie.
8-footer. Green speeds are 144. So we're going to have to play these putts a wee bit firmer than normal. But we do start off the round with an opening birdie, which is always great. But nice opening hole there, really enjoyed it.
Starting your round under par, not bad. Okay.
Hole number 2, par 4, playing 416 yards. It looks like it's going to be very tight fairways. Lighthouse way off there in the distance. A little creek running through the hole here. And that second green is going to be protected by 2 bunkers. It does look like the green's going to be slightly elevated once again after our tee shot. But just applying a touch of draw just to counteract this 10 mile per hour wind. There we go, decent swing once again, but I do apologise about the practice swings, guys. It's not often you see me take practice swings. But like I say, my controller is really sensitive.
Well, that green's significantly higher than the ball, just so you know.
But as confirmed, the green is going to be way above us, so we're going to have to totally de-loft this gap wedge here. We are playing off a slope as well that is going to move our ball to the left. Hopefully the wind brings us back round. Oh, I've put a fast on that. And with the fast, we're going to be long and left. Still on a dance floor though. Probably going to be a tough putt from about 15 feet out. 16 feet. And to be honest, I expected a more difficult putt than that. Not been much challenge on the green so far. Let's see if we can read this well. Oh, and it turned back beautifully. We do pick up back-to-back birdies and move to 2 under par. So great start so far. Hole number 3, first par 3 of the round, is a long one, playing 201 yards. Little pond there. Now, we normally call water in Scotland a loch. The English call it a lake. I think the Americans call it a pond, but for me that's too small of an expanse of water to call that a loch. So we're going to call it a pond. Whether that's the right terminology or not, I'm not sure. But 5 iron here for me, just going to fully loft this up. Let me actually have an iron look here. Because once I start lofting clubs like that up, it's so hard. We'll actually de-loft the 6 iron. Now this wind is normally so inconsistent at this angle of wind. It's either going to hold you up and move you to the right, or sometimes it just doesn't hold you up at all and just moves you right. So I am hoping it does hold us up. It's a good strike. The wind's taking us around beautifully here. It should run out fairly well up this uphill green. Just didn't have the legs to get there. That uphill green, the slope there really killed it. Especially with the soft greens. But we've got a 20-foot putt, 5 inches uphill. Once again, not an extreme challenge on the putts. If that holds its line, it's good. Oh, it didn't hold its line and it just whistles by the right-hand side of the cup, and we are going to pick up the first par of the round. And we will remain at 3 under par. 2 under par, sorry. I've added an extra hole there and an extra score. But hole number 4, par 5, playing 553 yards. Our tee shot's going to come across this expanse of water. And the fairways are very, very unforgiving here. But the one thing about the fairways so far that I have noticed is they're very, very flat. Which in links golf you wouldn't expect flat fairways like we're encountering so far. But they may get more lumpier and bumpier and hilly as we do progress the round. So let's see if we can get a good tee shot down here. Once again, we've got to consider the wind. We have put a fast on that. It shouldn't affect us too much with that wind. But links golf is the oldest style of golf course, and it was first developed here in Scotland. And it does refer to an area of coastal sand dunes and sometimes open parkland. That's a beautiful strike. Look at that, guys. That is right at this flagstick. With these soft greens, that should check up fairly quickly. Links land is typically characterised by dunes, undulating surfaces and a sandy soil, unsuitable for arable farming. And that's what I'm saying. The course is normally, links courses, hard surfaces, which allows the ball to run out much further than softer turf. Like after a fairway landing. And normally players would land the ball way off the green. You would land on a fairway to run on, but with the soft fairways and soft greens here, it's a bit unrealistic for links golf. That's my only criticism so far. That and the fairways are too flat. But take nothing away from this course, it is beautiful. So let's see if we can nail our tee shot with this 2 wood on hole number 5. Par 4, 437 yards. I've pushed that one right. The wind does thankfully keep us in check there. We do get a bounce off right.
Alright, we're right around 160.
166 yards, up 10 feet, down 10 feet, sorry. It's just so weird to be playing a links golf course, or a style similar to links golf course, and you're playing in soft fairways and soft greens. I think we've came up short. There's the slow, guys. There is the slow, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I've been taking a lot of practice swings. Because if not, that's what happens. It's just like my controller is so sensitive now. And I think the thumb grip has kind of lost its grippiness. So my thumb is sliding off it rather than taking the analog stick with it. But hopefully this flop shot runs up. Can check up anytime now. I tell you what, that could go in. That is a fantastic flop shot, and we are going to save the par there. And we are going to tap that in for our second par of the round. We are going to remain way under par. Hole number 6, par 4, playing 409 yards. But it really is a nice looking course. You cannot take that away from the designer. Really beautiful looking course. Fantastic scenery, fantastic setting. And this par 4, 409 yarder with this wind blowing. See if the wind. Yeah. Oh well. We look at this. Look what we found here, guys. I didn't think that would have been achievable, but we are going to take this tee shot on, hoping the wind takes us round to the fairway. With a favourable bounce, we could well drive the green here. Oh, it's a laser beam. It is a laser beam. This should make its way onto the green. It just comes up short. Now that's the soft fairways. See if that was normal to firm fairways, that would have comfortably made the green there. But a little chip shot. Is it going to run out? It's just going to check up a little bit short, but great execution there. And that is going to set us up for another birdie, and it should move us to 5 under par through the first 6 holes.
Well done.
So great start here.
Under par.
3 birdies
Keep an eye on that wind. Could come
and
from
1
this
eagle.
hole.
And we are 5 under as we move on to hole number 7, which is a par 5, an uphill par 5, playing 573 yards. But I do apologise, it's been a while since I've logged on to my TGC Tours account. I know I do browse the courses and things, I just don't normally log in because I've got to do it through my phone. And I had about 7 or 8 messages, guys, so I do apologise. Don't think I'm being ignorant if I've not messaged you. If you want to reach out to me, guys, you're best reaching out to me via Twitter, where I am more active. But it's great to get all the course requests I do get. Obviously, I can't play them all. So aiming this down the left-hand side. With that wind, it should take us back to the right. Really happy with my swing today. So far, I say. And I reckon we may just be able to reach this green too with a downhill elevation here. That wind's going to take us to the right. It's a beautiful strike. Oh, the wind's moved me a lot more than I expected. I did apply a tiny touch of draw along with the wind. I think that's just going to make its way off the green. And that's either going to be a chip or a flop shot. But even, I love the sound of this course. Just the waves crashing on the shore is beautiful. It's a really nice looking course. Just a little touch here. Don't want to play this too firm. Oh, I've maybe overplayed that. I was looking for more at 80% power than the 90. But we do have an 8-foot putt. This green's got a slight more challenge compared to the rest of them. That should start to turn. Oh, how have I missed that? That turned a lot more than I expected it to. That is a really poor putt from me there, guys. We should not be missing putts like that. But we'll take it on the chin. We'll take the par. And we will move on at 5 under. Hole number 8, par 3, playing 161 yards. I really like the look of this par 3. A quartet of bunkers protecting it, as is that false front. Let's see, with these soft greens, you should be able to fire the ball right at the green. In normal links golf, where the greens aren't soft, this would be a lot more tougher. So 7 iron. The wind's dropped down to single figures just at this brief moment, so let's take advantage of that. Lofting this 7 iron up, hoping the wind takes us round and also holds us up a touch. Push that slightly right, but the wind's trying its best to take us round. It should check up fairly quickly. It does. That stops stone dead. Just that push right. at the bottom of my swing.
Go. This one for birdie.
But we were pinned high. Yardage was bang on. Let's see if we can make amends for that failed putt earlier on the 5th in the par 5, and we read that to perfection, and it does drop for the birdie.
6 under for the
So we move to 6 under par with one more hole to play in the front 9, which is a long par 4, playing 512 yards.
Let's go ahead and drop this one into the fairway and take it from there.
But I really like the name of his course. Once again, we've got water running down. It's really, really nice, guys. A very soothing, relaxing course. The writing and planting has been done very, very well. I like this bunkers here. These 2 bunkers are in play. Just relying on this wind to take us round. The wind has really died down here. Oh, it's a laser beam. Hopefully that wind's got enough turn in it. It's not turned me as much as I would have liked. We could run out of fairway here. Fortunately, due to the soft fairways, we just run into the light rough, which isn't going to be too big of a problem. 186 yards, up 12 feet. That wind is now in our favour here, though. I'm just going to de-loft this 6 iron and try and run this on as close to the pin as possible. The light rough is very forgiving, to be honest. It's not a bad lie at all. It's a great execution from there. This should make its way up here fairly well. And that is a great recovery shot from the light rough, and we are going to have an opportunity for birdie. About 12 feet, 15 feet. This green is going to turn to the left. That looks good. That looks good. It is good, and what a recovery. Delighted to get the birdie there after finding the light rough from the tee shot. A solid front 9. Let's be honest, we could have been 9 under there. We had opportunities. Well, no, let's say 8 under, because I did play a slow on one of the approach shots. But we missed a simple birdie opportunity on that par 5. As we do play hole number 10, par 4, playing 447 yards. Just looking to land this left centre of the fairway. Try and get a bit of run out here. But it's hard to get the run out you would... Oh, look at that swing line, guys. That's like an Etch-a-Sketch. That is going to kick into the bunker by the looks of things. Oh, no. Where's it kicked? Probably in the heavy rough, so we would have maybe actually been better in the bunker. The heavy rough's not too punishing, though. 78 to 85. Probably just going to come up a little bit short here. If I club down to the 5, that'll just punish me even more. So it's going to have to be the 6 iron. Just de-lofted at a touch. And with that de-loft, you see that the rough gets slightly more punishing. May make the fringe here with a favourable kick. I think we're just short of the fringe, but it's going to leave us a little chip shot. Hopefully we can get this close. Tell you what, it's got a chance. Just comes up short and left. But to be fair to the designer, I mean, if you look at my score, you would say this is an easy course. It is fairly easy. I'm not going to lie, for a player if above average ability, you are going to score well here. And this is, let's be honest, the front 9, I was in double figure wins. The wind seems to have died down here a bit. But in his defence, every poor shot I've played, I've been punished. So take what of that you will. Am I just having a really good round? But I think the course is fairly easy. Like I said, if there was more lumps and bumps on the fairways where you didn't know where you were going to kick, the fairways were firmer and the greens were definitely firmer, this course would really come to a new level of challenge. But take nothing away from it. It's a beautiful looking hole and course. I'm just hoping this wind does move us to the right, learning from the mistake of the last hole. Really important to find fairway on these long par 5s. And that's an absolute laser beam. We've played that well.
Oh, that's looking good.
This looks like it's going to kick uphill to the left, just like that. We're never going to reach this long par 5 and 2, but just want to chase this shot as far down the fairway as we can. We're just applying a touch of draw, as you see, hoping the wind brings us back. It has done, and that's going to be a flop shot, I'd imagine we're going to be left with.
Nice.
But I really like the name of the course, GrouseMoor GC. There is a whiskey in Scotland called the famous Grouse. It's a blended whiskey, one of your cheaper whiskies. Let's see if we can get this flop shot right at the pin stick. Great execution there. That didn't check up at all. Really expected that to check up. It didn't. And with that, it's trickled 10 feet past. But once again, as you can see, it's a pretty straightforward putt, which we do convert. And we are going to pick up the birdie. So we move to 8 under par. Hole number 12, par 3, playing 147 yards. There's that creek, or burn, you would call it in Scotland. It's maybe just a wee bit on a large side to be classed as a burn. But a burn's just similar to like a creek. A small expanse of water that flows through an area. So just de-lofting this pitching wedge. A little touch of draw just to counteract the wind. And let's see if we can get this one right at the flagstick. I tell you what, I like this. This is right at it. This is right at it. Look at that for a golf shot there, guys. Unbelievable. And we are going to be rewarded with a little 3-foot tap in. And we are going to move to 9 under par. Fantastic tee shot there.
Sitting at 9 under for the round.
I still, not that I watch many other YouTubers that play this game, guys. I am enjoying Avacrack, the Australian gentleman. And we have mentioned his channel a few times. But I very rarely see people use draw or fade. So let me know in the comment section if you do play the game, if you do use the draw and fade features. Because it's something I use very often, and it really, really improves my game and gets me out of situations. But hole 13 is a short par 4, 412 yards, downhill. So we've got a change in the elevation here. Most of the greens from the par 4s and 5s have been elevated after your tee shot. This one's going to be downhill. Not the best of swing lines, but it's still going to do its job. We find the centre of the fairway. I'm very impressed with how this course looks. It's beautiful. I like that little steps up to the green there. Very creative. Quite common in Scotland as well in a lot of the courses. You get little wooden steps like that. It takes you up to the green. So gap wedge here. Just lofting this up a touch, hoping that wind holds me up. It's a great strike. Give me a firm bounce. Ah, no, just stop stone dead. Absolutely stone dead. But we do have a 12-foot putt. Once again, very little movement in this one. That should drop. It does drop. That's another thing I would like to see in this course, is a little bit more challenge on the greens. Now, I know why designers don't make their greens as difficult, because you will get people moaning, you know, but I far more enjoy a round where I've struggled to shoot 6, 7 under than a round where I'm probably going to shoot 12, 13, 14 under comfortably, you know. But these are why these designers ask me to design their courses, because they're going to get honest feedback, and hopefully for their next course it can the constructive criticism can help them design a better course. But the winds are way down now at 4 mile per hour on this par 4, hole 14, par 4, playing 453 yards. Sorry guys, sometimes it's very difficult to concentrate and swing at the same time.
Looking at 150 yards.
But good tee shot there. This is playing 156 yards, let's say. Wind behind us. The green should turn to the right very slightly when it does land. It looks like there's a wee bit more of a challenge here on this hole. So 9 iron. Just looking to land this 2 or 3 yards short of the flagstick to the left and let it kick. This should be good, you know. This should trickle up to the pin. And it turns around beautifully, and that is a really good approach shot. And we are going to be rewarded with another birdie attempt from 4 feet. But straightforward, not even a break in sight. And we do pick up the birdie there. So we are 11 under. As we move on to hole number 15. Par 5, long par 5, playing 595 yards. But look at this now, guys. We are now on the coastline. And what a beautiful looking hole this is. Wow. Absolutely stunning. I would class this as the feature hole of this course so far. The sand, the coastline, the lighthouse, the water and bridge all off there in the distance. Wow, what a setting for a golf hole. Absolutely stunning from MPAD. Let's hope we can do this hole justice. Just looking to hold the left centre of the fairway here. This should kick to the right anyway. Like we say, we do manage to hold that. We are going to be on a slight slope here. But for me, there's not been enough slopes. The fairways are too flat, too soft. And for a links course, at least the green firmness should be normal. But apart from that, course plays well. It looks good. I think due to that issues that we have mentioned, that's why the course plays on the easy side. It's very open. There's not much protection. And because the conditions are softer, they're more forgiving. But this is for our second eagle of the round. From 15 feet. We do convert that. Oh, I've missed it. I was going to say we convert that and we don't. That looked in all the way. That looked in all the way. That is another poor putt from me. That's just badly read. So we could have been 3 shots better off, guys, on the par 5s, because on the hole number 7, I think it was, I missed a simple birdie opportunity. I've missed a simple eagle there. We do move on to hole number 16. An island green par 3 here, playing 137. So there's been lots of variations in the holes. We've had short par 4s, long par 4s, short par 3s, a short par 3 here, long par 3. And we've certainly had long and short par 5s. Gap wedge for me, just going to deal off this. If the greens were normal, I would not be able to do this. I would have to use a different club. But this should sit down quickly after one hop. Great execution. Should sit down fairly quickly. Oh, it's got a little bit of runoff. We must have caught a wee slope there. So we're going to have a little uphill putt, I would imagine. Nope, not uphill at all. But once again, guys, from 12 feet, for me, MPAD, that's just too easy. I would like to see a little bit of break in that. I think you're rewarding players just too generously on the greens. And we do pick up another birdie. But hole number 17, par 4, playing 424 yards. I'm not sure. Is that the clubhouse there? It's on the left-hand side. Excellent looking building. Once again, the lighthouse, the coastline, the hills off there in the distance. This course looks stunning, guys. It's just, for me, too easy. Doesn't feel like a links course. It looks like a links course, but doesn't feel or play like a links course. So just applying a touch, a fade here, just to try and get this ball working its way down the centre of the fairway. Oh, it's a beautiful swing.
Nice looking shot.
That fade's just about perfect. Should kick slightly to the... I thought we were going to get a kick to the right there. So despite playing fade, we didn't apply enough.
Oh, my bad.
I think that wind changed on us there. I thought that wind was a tailwind. But the light rough is very forgiving. There's not much punishment in the rough here in this course. So we can still comfortably play sand wedge. Oh, it's a great strike. It's a great strike. This should turn towards the pin. Come on, get down that slope. And that is a very good approach shot there from the rough. It's going to be about an 8 to 9 foot putt for birdie. 8 foot. Now this one's got a bit of break on it where we've got to consider the putt. It's a fairly straightforward putt. Watch this, I'll miss it. Oh my goodness. How bad has my putting been today, guys? Seriously, how bad has my putting been? You couldn't make that up, could you? Oh, wow. But we do knock that in for the par, and we are going to remain at 13 under par. So final hole of GrouseMoor GC is a short par 5, playing 520 yards. But I just love that sound of the waves and the water crashing and moving about. It's absolutely fantastic. Very soothing. So tight fairways. Once again, fairways are fairly flat. Looks like the driving range and putting green on the left hand side there. Nice feature. Clearly, MPAD's put a lot of work into this. The routing, the planting has been done really, really well. I like the layout of the course. My only criticism is not enough slopes and hills or bumps on the fairways. The fairways should be normal or firm, and the greens should be normal or firm, and maybe a little bit more challenging the greens. Apart from that, fantastic course that people will really enjoy playing.
Looks like we are about 225 yards to the pin.
So just going to deal off this a touch. This club should be bang on here. I'm only deal offing this due to the uphill slope and the soft greens. But try to get this as close to the flagstick as possible. That's a laser beam. This should be bang on. The green should turn to the right here. Come on, turn, turn, turn. It's going to be a putt from about 19 feet out, I reckon, for eagle.
Looking at a 19-foot putt from here.
Once again, though, not much challenge in this putt from 19 feet. That one looks tracked. It is tracked, and it's tracked right into the heart of the cup for an eagle. And that should be 15 under. Let's be honest, guys. I should have shot 18 under easy there if my putting where it should be. But what a fantastic course from MPAD. Really enjoyed it. For me, guys, due to the issues we spoke about, it's going to get a 4-star. I will favourite it and we'll give it a 4-star. But that is it from GrouseMoor GC. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you didn't enjoy it, hit the dislike button. And until the next video, take care, peace out, and love you all. Bye.